I did something during this Zwift race that I don't ever want to do again. Hey, cycling community, this is Steve Grusis, the Cycling Greek. For those of you not familiar with my channel, I am 68 and subject to atrial fibrillation. Ever since my first AFib attack a little over 8.5 years ago, I made changes to my lifestyle, modifications mostly, that allowed me to minimize the occurrences of these AFib incidences and allowed me to do what I love doing, which is race bikes. This race is stage 3 of Zwift's Flat and Fast series. Not a lot of climbing, and I appreciate those races that do not have a lot of climbing in them. At 15.5 miles, this is the longest of the series so far. This course is made up of 2 nearly 8-mile long laps. I know parts of this course, but overall, I really don't know the course. So my plan is to be in the top 20 for the first lap. This way I'll have a little bit of a buffer, and if there is a sustained surge which splits the field, I'll be on the good end of the split. Speaking of being in the top 20, I neglected to mention we have 86 riders. Even though this is a flat course series, all the courses aren't totally flat. So for example, we are on a small climb now, low grade climb. If you look at the map insert in the upper right hand corner, you will see that we have switchbacks. You will also see that someone's attacking a group by trying to sneak off the front. One or two others tried to go with him, but they were brought back. And I don't see this section, even though it is an uphill section, I don't see it as a major point where people will attack. You know, it could be that they're using this to soften up for later climbs, but I need to look at the later climbs to actually totally evaluate this as being something I should be concerned about. We jumped too close to the end of the second lap and we hit the volcano section. And so this is where the climb is. And so this is telling me that, yeah, this is pretty steep here. I'm putting out a huge amount of wattage just to stay up with these guys. Being able to stay on the top 20, well, that's getting pretty hard now. I've been doing my ride the fine line between aerobic and anaerobic death, and I'm starting to run out of both energy and legs. It looks like most of the pack is not. As they're passing me, I'm trying to stop the bleeding so I can get on the wheels and hopefully work my way up toward the front. As I enter the cave, I look up ahead and I see there is a split, and that's not good for me. It's not good for me because I'm barely hanging on. I'm having a hard time holding this pace. Now, if you look at my picture in the lower left-hand corner, you're probably thinking, this guy's not looking at anything except just pedaling and looking at the screen straight ahead. But looking at the map insert in the upper right-hand corner, you can see that split. And we are still all lined out. The pack, or what's left of the pack, is still chasing the breakaway. So my hope is that, one, I can stay connected, but the other is that they will eventually catch them and that they'll have to slow down. That's when I can work my way up to the front again. But that is a big ask. Unlike 20 seconds ago, I keep on my pedaling until we make connection with the pack, and that's when I'll start to let it up. Our pack of 86 whittled down to a pack of 42 when we went through those long serpentine climbs, and then when we came out of this, we're down to about 31 riders. Just a little while later, at the start of the second lap, this happened.
God damn it! God damn it!
I do not ever want to do that again. All right, we've jumped to 2 miles to go. We're going up that big climb again. I've hit my feather power up, which I was fortunate enough to get, and I hit it a little bit after everyone else did, or most everyone else did. While we're still climbing, mine will be active while everyone else's will be done. However, I'm now toward the back of our group. I'm at 25th, maybe moving up toward 20th, but there's gaps, and it looks like I hit my limits. That little water bottle incident certainly didn't help, and had to burn a bunch of bananas on that one, but now I am starting to look at the people that are behind me. That I have a few that are like 2 seconds in back of me. I don't know if I can make it to the finish line before they catch me, so I'm really thinking about just letting up just a little bit. They do catch me with 1 mile to go, so now all I'm going to do is, at least I'm going to try, is just hang on to the back of their wheels. Now, the people that have joined me, one's a 30-something, one's a 50-something, and the other, I'm going to guess by his picture that he's a 40-something. I think Mr. Geary and I were playing a little bit of chicken. In doing so, we almost lost contact with the other two. Pretty much we were like this until we now jump to about half a mile to go, where we find Mr. Wynn powering off the front in order to make a long go of it. Gary is scrambling to make contact with him. I'm on Solatia's wheel, but he seems to be weakening. At least I can't tell, or he just wants to get onto my wheel. I make the decision I got to get to those guys, and I'm able to do that. In doing that, I've obviously built up speed, so when I get there, I decide just to keep going, and hopefully I can catch these guys off guard. Mr. Wynn is within 1 second of me. If I still had battery in the camera that was on me, you'd see I'd be dying 1,000 deaths right now. I was able to put on a few more meters on them, and I was able to hold it. I hope you enjoyed this video and you got something out of it. As always, remember, comment, like, subscribe. And make sure you like it and subscribe. It'll help. The Cycling Greek.